I've already made a video on this guy, and it seems like my prediction in my last video was right. I read one of his tweets, and it said, seems like, at this point, he's starting to play the victim because the person he's stalking isn't noticing him or standing up to him, so it's feel bad for him. The guy I'm talking about is Carlos Silva, the poppy stalker who has recently popped up, and apparently after a couple days of nothing from him, he's back online. And boy, it keeps getting worse somehow. This tweet here, he says, how can I stalk someone I can't even find well enough? It's ridiculous. It's fine if you want to hurt me. I'm not someone who's evil or cruel. What's wrong with talking with Poppy? I didn't get a chance. Feelings. I don't mean everyone is a monster, but to jump to conclusions right away. Carlos, it's not that we think you're a monster going to hurt her. It's just that stalking someone is harassment, which is illegal. And it's just weird, like, we get it. You met Poppy years back and you want to talk to her, that's fine. I met former Ravens wide receiver Torrey Smith 3 times in my life. Now granted, the third time, it was cool that he remembered me because he's like, oh, it's you again, but I didn't go out of my way on Twitter to be like, at Torrey Smith, talk to me, we're friends. Like, no, it's just one of those encounters that you get sometimes, and yeah, you may have a nice little conversation, or you might think it went well, but that doesn't necessarily mean that that person wants to be your friend, and plus, she might not even remember you. I mean, she's probably met tons of fans at this point in her career, and she's not going to remember everybody she meets. It's not like I'm saying like, oh, Poppy's not smart enough to. It's just that when you know as many people as she does, when you're in the music industry, you've met tons of people, you know tons of people, you're not necessarily going to remember every single fan that you meet unless it's like one of those encounters that was just like funny or unusual or something of the sort like that. But other than that, she probably just doesn't remember who you are and is seeing that you're stalking her and wants nothing to do with her. He then says, I pray you get through this, Poppy, and so do I. Things about us under the world's eye over some not lost love long ago we had. I'm just glad I didn't lose all of my memory of it. It's neat that I've been seeing you around town looking for me. I'm truly sorry this leaked out, and all no Poppy. Okay, so there's another thing I was right on. It seems as he's got a little thing for her, talking about this long lost love that they had. I mean, bro, she's about to get married, so even if she wanted to, I don't know. I really don't know. She then says, look like the fandom would be quick to hang a man before knowing the facts. Poppy, your silence makes me wonder if you just want these people to chew me up like a zombie. No, we want you to get off the internet because this behavior is just not good, dude. It's not. Like I said, you need to see somebody. I'm not going to necessarily say that, like, you need to get in serious trouble because in the end, you're stalking her right now online and you haven't harmed anybody, but it's like, something's got to give here. Something going on in your head that needs to be fixed, but again, he'll probably never admit to it. Stalkers never admit that they're stalking. They think they're doing no wrong because they're not hurting anyone, but he says, no more stonewalling me, Poppy, if you care. Really, I don't think she does. Oh yeah, then she says something about, my landlord and I need you to tell her you might have heard of me, or just learn some things, or what you can be permitted to say. They think I'm crazy and on edge over my love for you, but I'm gonna chill it. Thanks in advance for helping me not get kicked. Again, with the love shit, and I agree with your landlord, you're going crazy. You really are if you just keep spam tweeting, and then here it looks like a genuine apology. What I meant to say there was, at first, this tweet sounds like a genuine apology, and then you realize quickly that it's not. I apologize, Poppy, for talking and wanting to meet up with you. I thought you wanted that. If it wasn't a simple message would have surfaced to get me to stop talking or loving you. And he also tags at Poppy Updates, which gives a lot of like updates on Poppy and stuff like that. And I know Poppy follows that page, so she's like very close to that page as well. So it seems like he's also tagging that page to see if Poppy would somehow see. And then here's when he starts playing like the guilt trip. He says, I thought you cared, I almost died near Christmas, and my heart is getting stomped out by the community. And then when I had mentioned that he had met her, he tweeted, you people are monsters, I'm done, I met Poppy 10 years ago, when she was 15, by the way. I don't know how old this guy is, but Poppy was 15 10 years ago, and she wanted to meet again 10 years later privately. Highly doubt it. It's none of anyone's business but me and Poppy. You people are evil and don't know the facts. If she did say she wanted to meet 10 10 years later privately, then she was probably telling you, dude, not interested. You know, a lot of women will do that to trick guys that truly just, you know, have a thing for them. Like, they'll either give you the wrong phone number, or they'll just be like, yeah, you know, how about 10 years from now when we're a little bit older and mature, and at that point in time she just has forgotten about you, has probably started a family with somebody else. So, you know, the fact that he even remembered that is just like, if it happened. But let's be honest, do I deny that he met her? No. I don't know how you would have met her 10 years ago, because, I mean, 10 years ago, what, like I said, she would have been like 15, and at that point in time, I don't think she had really gotten started on her musical career yet, or the whole YouTube thing. So he then tweets, what was it here? Oh yeah, I'm ugly, Poppy. Well, someone had to say it and you did it. So I don't have to call you ugly since you did it already. Again, it seems like he's guilt-tripping, like, am I ugly to you? Is that why you're not talking to me? Again, I don't do this often, but please report this guy. He continues to do this. I'm not just gonna sit here and say report anybody, but when I see stalking and harassing, and it just doesn't stop and it seems to be getting worse, that's when we need to just clamp down on any social media. I went to his Twitter, I even reported his account, and all you have to do when you report it, since there's no tab for like stalking, I guess they would put it under the harassment tab, which is what I did. I clicked harassment, and, you know, it asked you which tweets do you think, you know, fall under the harassment guidelines. You check mark those, go to next, and then, you know, you can either block or mute the guy that, or the person that you have reported. And trust me, I suggest you do this, because we need to get him off not just Twitter, but all social media if he's going to continue to be like this, because he can say we got it all misunderstood, but he's trying to contact Poppy, he's trying to look for her, he's even admitted to that. He said, how can I stalk someone if I don't know where she's at, what she's doing? Which, you know, stalkers always try to look that stuff up, and she's not even responding. So dude, she doesn't care. Get the message. She's doing better without you, she doesn't need you, and you just gotta get over it sometimes. I'm just hitting him with reality. I'm not trying to be an asshole, I'm just saying that if you met her 10 years ago when she was a young kid, her memory of that is gonna be probably not as good as it would be now that she's a 25-year-old adult woman. But again, I don't know. Actually, I think she might be 26 now. I can't remember. She's mid-20s at this point in time, but yeah. Carlos Silva, he needs help. He needs help, and may need to be arrested and charged with something, because it's getting out of hand. And like I said, eventually it could end up to the point where he does find where she is, ends up meeting her, and even if he means no harm, it's just still a weird and scary experience to, you know, see someone that you don't know, or maybe that you met like one time briefly, and they think you're like the best of friends, or in this case think you're in like this tight-knit love relationship when really you're not. So yeah, I don't know at this point. Like, again, I hope Poppy is seeing this. I don't want her not knowing about it, but with the way he just tags her in almost everything, I would be surprised if she didn't know about him. Like I said, she's probably handling this behind the scenes because she doesn't really want her fan base to worry too much, but at the same point in time, it's like, I feel like she should call him out too on social media, because it would get more people's attention as to like, oh, we got to put an end to what this guy's doing, we got to stop him, we got to report him, and hopefully it happens. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Don't be like this guy. It's creepy, it's weird, and it is illegal. So just know that you are breaking the law if you do something like this. Like, don't be obsessed, but don't be too obsessed, if you get what I mean. Like I've always said, people can be fans of someone. I get that. You can, you know, look up like their history and stuff like that. There's that stuff on the internet, but there's just some things on the internet that are left off because it's private information, and if you go and try to look for it, and you constantly just hours and hours of looking, or you look up where said person's going to be at, the only time you should know where your favorite musician is going to be is if you're going to see them in concert live in front of them. That is the only time you should know where your favorite musician's going to be. You should never, ever know where they're going to be in public. But yeah, just stay safe out there, and until then, I will catch you all in the next one.